Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Thought Bubble podcast. I'm Amy Shia from Colorado.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rachel O'Neill. I'm from Hampton, Georgia.
Hi, my name is Thomas Awagu. I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Hi, my name is Dillan Foster. I'm from Denver, Colorado.
And how is everybody doing today?
I'm doing good.
Doing pretty fine.
Thomas?
I'm doing good.
Okay, good to hear. So I'm glad that everybody's been having a good day. So I think we should just kick things off. So welcome to the Thought Bubble podcast, the show where we investigate challenges that shape the lives of students and the resilience that helps us rise above them. Missing even one day of school can feel overwhelming for many students. Now imagine having to miss up to 4 days a week due to illness, and all while trying to keep up with makeup work and managing ongoing health issues. Hello, my name is Amy Shia with the National Thriving Youth Schools Council, and today we're covering an issue that affects schools, students, and families across the country: chronic absenteeism due to health issues. It's more than just missing a class, it's a barrier to success. For many, the cause of chronic absenteeism extends beyond not wanting to go to school, challenging a common misconception that chronic absentees are just unmotivated in school. Our guest today knows this struggle firsthand. Dillan faced chronic absenteeism due to serious challenges to her health and well-being, missing many days and even weeks of school. Through determination and perseverance, she found a way to balance school and health, reclaiming her education. Today, Dillan's here to share her story and the obstacles she faced, and what can be done to better support students going through the same battle. So whether you're a student, educator, or just someone who believes in educational equity, this episode is for you. Let's get into it. And now I'm going to hand the microphone over to Rachel O'Neill.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rachel O'Neill, and I would like to welcome our guest, Dillan.
Hi.
Welcome to the podcast, Dillan. Thank you for joining us. Now,
Of course.
would you mind to share a little bit about your health challenges and how they affected your ability to attend school?
So I have POTS, which stands for postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and it basically affects my whole body. It makes it so I feel really lightheaded all the time and like I'm gonna faint. It affects it makes me really tired, and it makes me feel nauseous, and I just feel out of it all the time, and it affects my ability to go to school because when I'm feeling like I can't do anything because of how sick I feel, I can't go to school. So I miss a lot of school.
That seems very stressful to miss out on so much school, as well as with piling assignments, tests, and those things that we usually casually experience basically every 1 or 2 weeks in school. Now, when did you start experiencing these difficulties with school attendance, and what were some of the biggest obstacles you faced?
I started experiencing these difficulties last year, especially. I've had POTS since I was 14, but it really started getting bad my sophomore year of high school. So I was 15, but I was missing like 1 to 2 days of school each week, sometimes 3. But this year I've ended up missing I've missed full weeks before, or sometimes 4 days or less, but I'm almost never at school for a full week.
That must be very difficult, having such an important time of your life being taken away by POTS. Now, were there any specific months in school while your health issues made it particularly difficult to attend school?
I don't think there are really specific months, maybe seasons. I think in warmer weather, like more towards the summer, I might feel worse because like the heat causes me to feel more exhausted and lightheaded. But other than that, it doesn't affect it too much.
That sounds very, very painful. How would the school staff try to support you during these months when your condition would worsen? How did missing school impact your academics, your friendships, and overall your high school experience?
Um, I definitely lost some of my friends because I couldn't hang out with them nearly as much to at all at some point. And a lot of them didn't understand what was going on, and maybe they thought that I was just trying to ditch them because I didn't want to see them, which definitely was not the case. So either they distanced themselves from me or just didn't really want to be my friend anymore. And um, like teachers have thought I was faking it or trying to get out of their classes. Um, it just, I think, kind of affects everything, honestly. Like it's made going to clearly it's made going to school a lot harder. So my high school experience has been a little rough after like mostly during sophomore year and up, but I'm just trying to get better, especially because my academics haven't been always been the best because of this. But yeah, I'm just trying to look at the positives.
So I can see that there's a major lack of understanding about your condition with your teachers and your classmates. So did you feel supported by your school, your teachers, your peers during that time? And
Um,
also, what helped you and what didn't?
for the most part, I don't feel like I've been fully supported because a lot of people just don't realize what I've been going through, especially because with my illness isn't one that you can just see. Like, so most people aren't going to understand how I'm feeling all the time. I think I have gotten some support from friends and teachers. Like I've had teachers who reach out to me and make sure I'm okay and help me catch up on assignments and are patient with me because I'm at school less, and I have some friends who actually do understand what I'm dealing with. But um sorry, what was the second part to your question?
What helped and what didn't?
Um I definitely think something that didn't help was when, for example, my friends would judge me for going to school less because they don't understand, and it kind of discourages me, almost makes it harder for me to go to school sometimes. Or when like people expect me to stay home from school, when that's expected of me, it just makes me feel worse in a way. And then something that's helped me is just people being patient with me and just trying to understand what I'm going through.
I'm very glad that you had some support on your condition and some understanding with some people. But I do think it's very despairing and sad that some people just don't get what you're going through. Were there any moments where you felt especially discouraged or worried about your future? How did you handle it?
There have definitely been moments where I've felt more discouraged and worried about my future. Like, for example, right now I'm really looking into college more and having to deal with SATs, and I haven't studied too much for SATs yet, and those are coming up pretty fast. And I'm always worried when I look at my grades because my grades, honestly, they aren't the best at the moment, and it's mostly just missing work, but it's just hard to catch up on it sometimes. And um, other than like that, another thing that just discourages me is just when my friends are kind of mean to me about it. Like there have been times where I've been called a flake when just I'm not just trying to cancel on them. I actually have a medical issue that's going on, and neither of us would have fun when I'm in that when I'm in that state. But I handle this stuff by honestly, I try to push through. Um I push through by doing things that make me feel better. Like with my POTS, getting lots of sleep is really important. Eating a lot of snacks throughout the day is really important for me, making sure I'm taking my medications on time, and surrounding myself with people who actually seem to care about what I'm going through.
That's very deep, Dylan. I'm glad that you have some ways of relieving your stress during your situation. And seeing all your missing work and stuff piling up, I can see how that will be very stressful in your situation. Was there any turning points or specific support system that helped you start attending more consistently?
For being honest, I'm kind of at the point in school right now where I'm attending less, but this week I have attended every day of school, which is unfortunately kind of a good thing for me. So I guess one thing that was different this week is, like, for example, on Monday when I was going to school, like, my parents were really, really happy and they were literally jumping around the house because they were like, "Yay, you feel good enough to go to school." And I have been catching up on schoolwork, and being caught up on things definitely motivates me to go more because I have a fear of being unprepared when going to school. And there have been many times where my friends have like expressed how much they miss me, and I miss them, and I want to be able to see them. So I've been really, really trying to push through, and I think those have kind of helped me.
I'm very glad to hear that, Dylan. Having such a support system from your family and your friends at school can make such a big difference in actively attending your school. But on another note, did you receive any accommodations or adjustments from your school? And which ones were the most helpful?
I did. So I got a 504, and I mostly got that because my absences were really stacking up, and I needed something to kind of explain why I was absent so often, and I needed a little bit of extra help. And on my 504, it makes sure that in any class I'm in, I can eat snacks, which is a really big thing for me. With my condition, I am supposed to basically be constantly eating something, preferably with sodium, because it's supposed to, I guess, fuel me and make me feel better. And that's probably the most helpful accommodation I have.
That's very good to hear. And also adding on to that, what strategies or habits do you develop that balance your health and your school responsibility?
Um, I Oh, my main strategies are just, or my main habits are just doing things that help me like feel good and stay healthy, like getting lots of sleep. Like I was saying, very, very important. The days where I get less sleep are the days I feel my worst. I have made it a habit to not drink any caffeine. Any caffeine really negatively affects me, and um, but honestly, just I do anything I can to just stay healthy. That's Yeah.
Those habits sound really good for really well maintaining your health and prioritizing your rest and staying on top of things can really make a huge difference. What would you say to another student struggling with chronic absenteeism due to your health condition? Due to your health
Oh,
conditions, I'm sorry.
you're all good. Um, I would say for anything, prioritize your health. Your health is the most important thing that you're ever gonna have to deal with. Definitely put it before school. School's important too, but your health matters more than anything. If you're struggling with your health, you're not going to be able to do your best in school or maybe not go to school. So that's my main advice.
That's very good advice. Prioritizing your health and your mental health will really help anybody struggling with the health condition in their own shoes. Taking care of yourself first can help everything else fall into place. How do you think that schools and teachers can better support students facing similar challenges?
Um, I think they, when they're made aware that a student has, like, for example, a chronic illness, they make it a point to check in on them more, or if they they're looking at a student and they feel like something's off about them. They check in on them, see if they need anything, and when they hear something's going on, maybe they give them give them extra help and other options to make their school life easier, like helping, maybe offering help to help out with their homework or see them during like their off periods, just doing anything to make that work easier.
I agree with you. Teachers looking out for their students is one of the best things I see in around my surroundings. That personal connection can make a big difference in any situation. When students feel seen and supported, it's a lot easier to navigate the challenges. But looking back, is there anything you wish you would have done differently?
I wish that I I wish that I kind of had this mindset that things were going to get better and that I had to put that effort in earlier on, because unfortunately that I do have to do more than other people so I can feel my best. When I'm if I'm not putting in effort to, for example, eat healthy, get lots of sleep, do exercise, I'm gonna feel worse. And if I'm feeling worse all the time, it's just gonna take a toll on my mental health, and it's just gonna be even harder to improve from there. So I just gotta keep pushing through.
And what are your hopes for the future? And how has these overcoming oh, what are your hopes for your future and how has overcoming these challenges shaped your outlook?
My main hope for the future, being completely honest, is getting to the point where my illness either gets significantly better or completely goes away, because at my age it is possible. I developed it from COVID when I was 14, and I've done research on it, and many doctors have told me that it is possible for it to go away. So that is a big hope for me with my condition, or at least it get better so I can live a almost normal life. And overcoming these challenges has shaped my outlook on life, or by making me maybe more patient with others and being able to understand what others are going through more. Like if I have a friend who is, for example, just maybe canceling on me every hangout and just being like, I'm so sorry, I'm not feeling great, or something along those lines. I'm not going to be, my first thought now isn't, oh, they just don't want to hang out with me. It's something's probably going on, and I just need to make sure I'm there for them.
It's very astonishing and very frustrating how COVID could have such overlasting effects on one's health. And I totally get that, Dillan. It's amazing how these experiences really shift your perspective. I think it's so powerful that you are trying to dedicate to listening to your future patients. That's a very amazing goal. And I wish you the best of luck. That is all for today, Dillan. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And now I will be handing the mic to Thomas.
Thank you. What a great conversation. Something that really stood out to me in this conversation is how everyone treated you and how people didn't understand you. But I also like how you've overcame everything. You keep pushing every day, your family support, and how frequently you've been going to school now this school year. And back to it. My name is Thomas with the National Therapy and School Council. Her journey from struggling from POTS and consequent absenteeism to overcoming the odds is a testament to resilience, support, and the power of never giving up. If there's one thing we can take away from today's episode, it's this. Every student's journey is different, but no one should have to face these challenges alone, whether it's health issues, personal struggles, or other barriers to education. Finding the right to support can make all the difference. If you or someone you know is dealing with chronic absenteeism, reach out, whether it's to a teacher, a mentor, or a support network. If you're an educator or policymaker, let's try to create schools where every student has a chance to succeed, no matter their obstacles. Thank you for tuning in to the Thought Bubble podcast. If you've enjoyed this conversation, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. Until next time, keep showing up, keep pushing forward, and remember, every day is a new chance to begin again. It's never too late to make a comeback. I would like to end this episode by saying that if you happen to be facing similar challenges, we hope you know you're not alone. Thank you.